Hey guys, it's Jess here. I am going to settle in and do a little bit of evening yoga, and I thought why not record it and share it with you guys, because maybe some of you guys are needing a little bit of grounding this evening as well. So I have got Balance diffusing in my diffuser, and I have a drop of On Guard on the back of my neck for energetic protection. So they're my two oils of choice tonight. So no previous yoga experience necessary. I'll make it friendly for pregnant mamas as well. If you want to join in, listen to your body. I think, we know our bodies best if we listen. You should never feel pain or anything like that. Follow along with my instructions and I'll give a few modifications. Let's just keep it really nourishing and easy tonight as a bit of a midweek unwind. Cool. So grab a yoga mat if you have one. If you don't, maybe do this on your bedroom floor or living room rug or something like that, so you've got a nice soft surface. So this is the first time I've done this. I don't have a tripod or anything fancy like that, so hopefully you guys can still hear me okay. So let's start just in a seated position. So flatten your feet, tops of your feet to the earth, and just sitting up, rest your hands on your knees, roll your shoulders back and down your spine, and just take a minute to just arrive here on your mat from your day, whatever you've been doing. I've just put my girls to bed. Take a full breath in, let your belly puff out, and a full breath out. Close your eyes down if they're not already. Let's just take a moment just to set the tone, set the intention for a little bit of time together on our mats or on our carpets or wherever you're practicing. Keep the palms facing down to ground you into the moment. Palms facing down is more grounding, palms facing up is more open and receptive. So for this purpose of unwinding for the day, let's ground. Don't try and control your breath, just let it flow in and out easily, and just start to invite it a little bit deeper. Sometimes this simple act of just sitting and stopping and breathing, sometimes this is enough to bring us back into alignment. Roll your shoulders down your spine. Crack your eyes open. Let's just bring our hands into prayer. Let's bring your palms together, place them in front of your heart. Let the belly be soft but just slightly drawn in through your core for support. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, interlace your fingers, press your palms away and round through your spine. Drop your chin towards your chest. So it's like a nice big stretch all through your spine. Breathing in and out easily. On the next inhalation, take the palms to the sky. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Try and create a little bit of space. Try not to crunch into your lower spine. Keep that tailbone slightly tucked under. Another breath in, drop the shoulders further. And as you exhale, separate the fingers, take them to your lower back, interlace them again, and then press away. So opening all through the heart space, through the shoulders. Keep your tailbone slightly tucked under so we're not crunching into the lower spine. One more breath in. Exhale, hands back to heart center. Let's just flow through that one more time. Inhaling in, lift your heart to meet your hands. Exhale, interlace your fingers round through the spine. Inhale, palms to the sky. Exhale, fingers meet behind your back. Inhale here. And exhale back to heart center. Let's do it one more time because it feels good and why not. Inhale, raise in through your heart. Exhale, press away. Inhale, palms to the sky. Exhale, fingers meet at your lower spine. Inhaling. Exhaling, hands back to center. Take your left hand down to the earth. Right arm's going to come up and over. Let's take a nice stretch through the right side. Drop that right shoulder down away from your ear and keep space in between your left shoulder and your ear. So feeling really, really spacious. Extending through the right fingertips. Keep grounding down through the right hip. So it just feels really yummy and nice all through the side waist. So this is a really nice one for pregnant mums as well, to get in a bit of extra breath in late stages of pregnancy. Let's take one more inhalation. One more exhalation. Really drop that right hip and extend through those right fingers. Let an in-breath bring you up. Take the other side. So palm pressing down on the earth, arm up and over, and straight away drop both shoulders. So left away from the left ear, right creating space, and drop down through that left hip, up and over. So just take it to your edge. When I say edge, I mean that place of discomfort, where you can still breathe with the discomfort. We're always working to our edge, which means we're always working with the breath, and always just edging along slowly, progress-wise. Inside and out. One more breath in. Exhale to drop over even further, really ground down through the left hip. Let an in-breath bring you up. Let's come down to child's pose. So place your arms out in front. Knees are going to go as wide as your mat if you're using a mat, or a little bit wider than hip width. Tops of the feet stay down to the earth and hips rest back to the heels, and then come all the way down. We're going to do extended child, so arms out in front, and just drop your head down, forehead to the earth. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Round the shoulders away from the ears. Full breaths in and out. For my pregnant mamas, this is a beautiful pose to labour in. And if you have a birth support or partner, they can press on your lower back. Really, really nice for some natural pain relief. For everyone else, just really lengthening for the spine, deloads the spine, feels really good. Take a few more breaths in and out here. See if you can creep the fingers away a little bit further, but keep grounding the hips to the heels. Imagining more space in between each vertebrae. One more full breath in. And a long breath out. Walk your hands back in to meet you. Let's come up onto all fours. So knees stacked under hips, hands underneath shoulders, and let's just wiggle the hips left and right. If you are hyperflexive, just watch that your elbows are not hyperextending, so take a little bend. So keep wiggling your hips side to side. We're going to take some big circles. So you can take your hands a little bit further forward. We're going to inhale forward. Take your hips as far as they'll go, and exhale all the way back. If you could hear that was my hip cracking. I have really cracky joints. Exhaling all the way back, inhaling forward. So just taking some big circles. Make them as big as you can. It feels really nourishing in the hips, in the back, in the knees even. It feels really good. Almost like you're lubricating all the joints. One more this way, and then let's change directions. Let's take two more. Come back to center. Let's take a few cat-cows. So reset your hands underneath your shoulders. Let's take an inhalation.
And then as we exhale, drop your head and your tailbone and round your spine up to the sky like a cat, arching its back. Rounding its back, sorry. Full breath in. And then as you exhale, let's dip the heart to the earth. Keep a bit of length in the spine so we're not fully crunching in. And then take the gaze along the mat. Take a full breath in and out here. On your next exhalation, let's round the spine. And let's flow with the breath a little bit. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. You can close the eyes down. Undulate through the spine. Super simple movements just to deload from the day. Let's take one more. And then coming back to center, let's tuck the toes and take a down dog. If you're very pregnant and this doesn't feel good anymore, then you can rest in child's pose. So let's take the heels to the earth, kind of pedal them down like you're walking the dog. Hips to the sky, a little bit of a micro bend through the elbows, fingers spread wide like stars on your mat. A little bit of movement through the body. And then let's come to stillness. So take a nice deep bend in the knees and take your hips all the way up to the sky. And let's just stay with bent knees for now. Keep grounding down through all 10 fingers. Take a little sway left and right in your dog. Come back to center. And then either stay with really bent legs, you can start to invite the backs of your legs towards the back of the room, so they're coming a little bit more straight. Take a deep bend. And a little bit more straight. If you are pregnant, just take your legs a little bit wider so you're clearing your belly. Come down and rest in child's pose anytime you need. Otherwise, let's stay for 5 more breaths. I like to kind of shake my head. Settle into the pose. Take some full breaths in and out. It's nice to stretch through the back of the body. One more full breath in. And a long breath out. Come down to your knees. Let's come down to the belly. Take your arms out in a T. And just rest one cheek to the earth. Wiggle your hips side to side. Take any tension out of your back. And because we're just doing a little mini practice together tonight, from here, take your gaze to the left if it's not already. And let's pick up the left, bend the left knee, pick up the left leg and roll it all the way over, just to come into a really nice gentle twist in the spine. So the sole of the left foot comes to the earth. And just take it to your edge. So sometimes people have crunchy lower backs. So just listen to your body. If you're feeling any sharpness or pain, then just back off a little bit. Stay within your limits, work with your edge. Sometimes this feels super, super yummy. You can come as deep as you like. You can either choose to stay here or take that left hand and Sweep it all the way over, connecting it with the right for an even deeper shoulder opener. And you can bring the right foot to the earth as well. So a few little options there, just choose your own adventure with that. Make it feel good in your body. The whole point is to feel good in your body. Let go of any ego of what it looks like on the outside, because it really doesn't matter. It's all about how it feels and all about how your mind feels. So as you're practicing, whether it's physical postures or meditation or whatever, gardening, you'll start to notice over time all kinds of different thoughts popping in. Some not so nice, lots not so nice. Ego thoughts, criticizing you and judging others, all this kind of crazy stuff. And if you can start to notice that that voice isn't you and you're actually the one just watching those voices, starting to disconnect from that a little bit. That's what the real practice of yoga is, in my opinion. Let's take one more breath, whatever shape your body's in. Exhale. Bring the left hand back over. Let's just roll back onto the belly. Give the earth a little cuddle. And then just rest your left cheek on the earth. This time we're going to do the other side. So let's just wiggle the hips left and right one more time here. And then when you're ready, bend the right leg. Take it up and over, sole of the foot to the earth. And you might choose to stay here, working into your edge and your lower back. Or you can extend on by taking that right arm up and over and connecting. Bringing the sole of the left foot to the earth. That's my phone ringing in the middle of our yoga class. And let that go. Take 2 more full breaths in and out. Let's take that right arm back over. Giving the earth a hug. Rock your hips. Bring your palms back in underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Let's press back. Cross over your feet. We're going to just come to a seated position. We'll just do one forward bend, a wide-legged one. So take your feet out into a V. And let's try and sit up on our hip bones rather than rolling back. So rather than rolling into your spine and having a curved spine, let's try and have a straight spine. So it'll mean that you can't fold as far, and that's totally fine. If this is feeling really uncomfortable, you can get a towel and roll it up and sit on that instead, or even on the edge of a pillow is nice. So let's just ease left and right. Just kind of, say hello to our hamstrings or our inner thighs or wherever you are, noticing sensation. And the really nice thing about kind of moving left and right is we start to disconnect our hips from our spine, which creates a little bit of freedom and juice in there and allows us to kind of fold more freely. So bring some fluidity into your spine. Let's come back to center. Take a full breath in. Really lengthen through your spine. So focus on heart coming forward rather than head. Take your fingertips to the earth. Full breath in and full breath out. So we're folding with a straight spine. And just find a nice edge, just something that feels soft. It's the end of the day, we're taking it easy. Let it feel good. And then when you find it, let's just take that gentle sway, left and right again. You might notice that that swaying kind of takes a little bit of intensity out. Then we can reset back in the middle, take a full breath in, bring the heart forward, and then exhale. And this might be where you stay, wherever you get to. It could be right here. That's totally fine. So let's drop the chin towards the chest. It's going to bring a little bit of straightness out of the spine. That's okay. We just want to kind of let go. Palms to the sky if they're touching the earth. If they're not, just keep them wherever they are. Let's take 3 full breaths in and out. Last breath out. Walk your hands back in. Take your hands underneath your knees, draw your legs back in. We're going to come and lay down. Take a little resting pose. So if you've got your hair in, you might want to take it out so it's more comfy. You might want to put a jumper on or a blanket over you. And so take your feet as wide as your mat, or a little bit wider than your hips. Take your arms out nice and wide. Don't be afraid to take up some space here. And let's just take our hands actually behind our head. Pick the chin up towards the chest and just take this rocking motion again. So just creating a bit of space in the spine. Come back to center and lay yourself down one vertebra at a time. And then let your arms just come nice and wide. Take a full breath in and a long breath out. Close your eyes down if they're not already. Just bring your awareness onto your breath. And as you notice thoughts popping in, it's okay. Don't try and stop the thoughts. Just if you remember to, just don't engage in the thoughts. Don't run away with the thoughts and go down the rabbit hole. Or if you do, as soon as you notice, just come back to the breath. So what can make this feel easier is if you just take your awareness, your attention to the tip of your nose, and you feel the cool air coming in, and the air leaving that is just slightly warmer. Just keep noticing that cool coming in, warm going out. Cool coming in, warm going out. Let the breath come all the way down into your belly, so we're breathing into the belly, a nice full breath, rather than shallow breathing just into our chest. Breathing down into the belly, letting it expand like a balloon, and then exhaling from the top down. Keep watching the breath. as you're laying there in Shavasana, take full inhalation, and as you exhale, just feel this wave, like a veil of softness, just brushing over you, your whole body. Everything's just melting. Feel deeply supported by the earth, feeling safe, feeling soft. Allowing yourself to be here as the only real moment. Letting the experiences that you've had today inform you, but not being attached to them, being able to let them go. Allowing these new moments coming in, what we call tomorrow, to be full of potential. To not be predetermined by the moments we've already had. Allow them to be new as they are new. Letting yourself be present, reminding yourself to be present in as many moments as you can remember to. That can be as simple as listening to the sounds you can hear in the room, noticing the things that you can see around you during the day, noticing how you're feeling, watching your thoughts, all of these things that bring us into what is actually happening in this moment now. And in those moments, asking yourself if anything is actually wrong in this very moment that exists now. Not what exists in your mind, but what exists right now, in reality, in physical time and space. And starting to notice that most likely there's nothing wrong in this physical time and space. All that's here is spaciousness, beauty, nature, potential, and whatever meaning you attach to it. Inviting a deeper in-breath and a full out-breath. Come back if your mind has led you off somewhere. Time. You'll either choose to stay if you're in a comfortable place and you want to rest for longer, or wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll onto one side and come to a gentle seated position if you need to move from where you are to get to bed or do a few more things for your evening.